The lecture hall of Xenobiology 301 buzzed with the nervous energy of 200 interstellar students. Professor Velkoth, a towering Zetherian with crystalline skin that refracted light into rainbow patterns, stood at the center of the amphitheater beside a containment unit that hummed with barely suppressed power. Today, the professor's voice resonated through the translation. Devices embedded in every student's neural implant. You will witness the hatching of Draconis stellaris star dragons. These creatures are among the most intelligent and selective symbionts in the known galaxy. Olivia Chen sat in the third row, her human frame dwarfed by the hulking Kragnoth students on either side. She caught John Martinez's eye from across the aisle. Her fellow human offered a slight shrug, his dark eyes reflecting the same mixture of excitement and apprehension she felt. They were the only two humans in the entire xenobiology program at Andromeda Prime University. Humanity had only joined the Galactic Coalition 15 years ago, and most species still viewed them as the newest, weakest additions to civilized space. The hatchlings will choose their hosts based on criteria we still do not fully understand, Professor Velkoth continued, manipulating the containment field with practiced ease. Compatibility is essential. Rejected bonding can be unpleasant. The field dissolved and 5 eggs materialized on the platform. Each was roughly the size of a human head, pulsing with internal light that shifted through colors no human language had names for. The shells were neither metal nor organic, but something in between, ancient and impossibly beautiful. A collective intake of breath rippled through the auditorium as the first egg cracked. What emerged defied easy description. The hatchling was serpentine yet compact, with wings that seemed to be made of folded starlight. Its scales shifted between existence and non-existence, as if the creature existed partially in another dimension. Eyes like miniature galaxies regarded the assembled students with unsettling intelligence. One by one, the other eggs hatched. The creatures moved with liquid grace, flowing through the air as if swimming through reality itself. "Remain seated," Professor Velkoth commanded. "Let them come to you. Any attempt to influence their choice will result in immediate rejection and possible injury." The first hatchling approached a Velcrosian student, a methane breather in an environmental suit. The dragon circled twice, then moved on. The student's disappointment was visible even through the suit's opaque faceplate. The second found a home almost immediately, landing on the shoulder of a proud Xynthian warrior caste member. The bonding was instantaneous, a flash of light and a resonance that Olivia felt in her bones. The Xynthian's chest swelled with honor. Olivia watched the third hatchling with fascination. It was smaller than its siblings, its scales flickering between deep purple and silver. It moved differently too, not with the confident purpose of the others, but with a curious, almost playful energy. The small dragon investigated nearly every student in the front rows. It hovered before a Kragnoth scholar, powerful enough to crush stone with bare hands. The dragon chirped an oddly delicate sound and moved on. It paused at a Thalaxian noble, whose family lineage included 3 supreme chancellors. Again it lost interest, then it turned toward the human section. John tensed as the dragon approached him first. The creature circled his head once, twice, its galaxy eyes studying him with intense focus. Olivia held her breath. The dragon made a sound like distant wind chimes and floated toward her instead. Every eye in the auditorium locked onto Olivia. She felt the weight of 200 alien gazes, most filled with skepticism. Humans chosen by a star dragon? Impossible. The hatchling hovered directly in front of her face. This close, Olivia could see that its scales weren't just shifting colors, they were displaying images. Nebulae, supernovas, the birth and death of stars. The creature was showing her the universe itself. "Hello?" Olivia whispered, not knowing what else to say. The dragon tilted its head, then did something that made Professor Velkoth gasp audibly. It spoke, not through telepathy or translation devices, but in actual unaccented English. "You dream of flying." Olivia's breath caught. "Yes. You fear the dark between stars, yet you crossed it anyway. Yes. Your species is young, fragile. You should not have left your cradle world for centuries yet." The dragon's voice held no judgment, only curiosity. "But you did, why?" Olivia thought of Earth, of humanity's bloody history and impossible determination. She thought of the Voyager probes, sent into darkness with golden records and messages of hope. She thought of every human who had looked at the stars and refused to accept that they were unreachable. "Because staying scared isn't living," she said finally. "Because we'd rather die reaching than live cowering." The dragon's scales flared brilliant gold. Acceptable. The bonding hit like lightning and sunrise combined. Olivia felt the dragon, she suddenly knew his name was Ethan, flow into her, around her, through her. Not possessing but joining, two minds touching then interweaving. She felt his ancient knowledge, his connection to the stellar winds and cosmic forces. He felt her human determination, her species' inexplicable refusal to acknowledge limitations. When Olivia opened her eyes, she could see more. The electromagnetic spectrum expanded. She sensed the gravitational eddies in the room. Ethan's presence in her mind was warm, amused, and fiercely protective. Professor Velkoth approached slowly, crystalline features arranged in an expression that might have been shock. In 3,000 years of recorded bondings, a star dragon has never chosen a host from a species less than 5,000 years spacefaring. Olivia stood, feeling Ethan coiled around her consciousness like living starfire. John was grinning from across the aisle, his fist raised in triumph. "Perhaps," Ethan's voice resonated through her, audible to everyone now. "Humanity's youth is precisely what makes them suitable. They have not yet learned what is impossible." The lecture hall erupted in stunned chatter. Olivia caught dozens of expressions: disbelief, envy, curiosity, and in a few cases, the first glimmers of respect. She sat back down, her hands trembling slightly. Ethan's warmth pulsed reassuringly through their bond. "Well done," John mouthed silently across the aisle. Olivia smiled. Humanity had just proven once again that being underestimated was their greatest advantage. After all, you couldn't fear crossing lines you didn't know existed, and star dragons apparently appreciated that kind of thinking.